So you are still agitated, you still irritated, and you are still thinking about throwing your phone across the room. Don't do it though. Don't do it. Y'all know them phones. These phones expensive these days. Please don't throw your phone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. So you're still stressed. It's cool. It happens. We all go through it. Okay. Now, this is part 2 of a 4-part series on managing stress. If you haven't already, go check out my first video. I'll wait. That's good. All right, did you go check it out? Cool. All right, so now you're here for part 2. Hi, and welcome back to my channel, EarlyBird TV. If you're new here, make sure you click the button below to subscribe, and also click the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new content. Now on with today's video. So as I mentioned before, this is part 2 of a 4-part series on managing stress. It happens. It happens. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It happens. You live a life. Life comes with stress sometimes. It just happens. But to give you a little insight in how I approach managing stress, I look at managing stress as a 2-front battle. Yeah, 2 fronts. On one side, you have internal factors. You have things that you can do internally to manage stress. And then on the other side, you have external factors, things that you could do, you know, to your outside world, to the outside environment to help you manage stress. So parts 1 and 2 will address internal stuff, and then parts 3 and 4 will address external stuff, more or less. So yeah, let's get right to it. Don't exercise. I'm just playing. No, for real. I'm kidding. Okay, don't run around. She said don't exercise, it's good for you. No, I'm just playing. Okay, I'm just playing. In fact, you should exercise. Of course, clear it with your doctor or your healthcare professionals before you start any exercise regimen. But honestly, we have had the benefits of exercise etched into our minds since elementary school. And we already know that exercise is good for us inside and out. But I will remind you, exercise is good for this type of thing. Find a creative outlet and baby, cut loose. Okay, well, find a creative outlet and cut loose. Now, if you're having trouble finding a creative outlet, glad you asked. I have a video on that as well. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. So go check out that video. But yeah, being creative is not just for creators. So figure out what your creative outlet is, and when you feel that stress monster like creeping up on you, go to it and, you know, go engage in your creative outlet instead of, again, throwing that expensive mobile device across the room. Don't isolate yourself. Now, for some of us, that's easier said than done. But for folks like me, it's our default. Like, I'm just going to be real. It's my default. If things are not going well, if things are not going the way that I would like for them to go, my default is to pull away, to withdraw, and to isolate myself. But that is one of the worst things you can do when you're going through stuff or if you are stressed out. Now, don't get me wrong, we are still socially distancing, and you should too. Like, Rona is still out in these streets, and we still need to be careful. But that doesn't mean you have to completely isolate yourself or completely cut yourself off from people. When you're stressed out, make sure that you're staying in contact with those folks that fill your cup. You know, stay in contact with folks whose company you actually enjoy. Keeping those connections can go a long way in fending off and managing stress. Be honest with yourself and with other folks. A friend of mine once told me that you have to teach folks how to treat you, and I have found that to be true over and over and over again in my life. So what that means is, if you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed, you have to tell people how they can help you. Don't just assume that people that love you automatically know what to do to help you, because Sometimes they don't. Like, you have to tell people how to help you, even if leaving you alone is how they can help. You know, of course you want to be kind and respectful, but you can't expect people to know to respect your boundaries if they don't know that there's a boundary. So you may have to let that friend that likes to call and check on you 3 or 4 times a day, hey friend, I love that you're checking on me, but right now I just need a little bit of space and a little bit of rest. I will call you when I'm up to it, but right now I need a little rest. I need a little respite. Or, you know, if you're a business owner, you may have to tell that client, hey, I'll have to follow up with you at another time. Like, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I'm just not up to answering 50,011 additional questions, and that's okay. Or you may have to tell your spouse, you know, babe, I love our children, I love our family, but if I have one more person holler at me and demand some apple juice, I might just lay on the floor and have a temper tantrum. Like, for real, I just might. So your spouse may need to, you know, tag in so you can get a mommy break. I'm just saying, and you know, I'm just, this is just hypothetical. So just make sure that you're honest with yourself and with others, and that you advocate for what you need. All right, that's been part 2 of a 4-part series. Make sure that you click that button below to subscribe to my channel, and also comment below some of the things that you do to help manage your stress. And don't forget to like and share this video across your social media platforms, because I mean, hopefully this helped you out, but you know, in sharing it, you might get it to somebody else that it could help out. And you know, that's what we need. We need to help each other. We have to look out for each other. So until next time, go where you're celebrated, not just tolerated. Be safe. Bye-bye. Now, if you're having trouble finding a creative outlet, glad you asked. I have a video on that as well. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below, in the description box below.